Hey there, this is Brian. New Year's night. I don't really go out on New Year's night anymore. I'm 54 years old. I've had plenty of New Year's parties. I mean, probably 25, 30 years worth of New Year's parties since I was, probably 17 years old, however many years that is to maybe 49, and I said I'm done celebrating and going out and risking my vehicle and risking my life because of all the drinking and the different things and the bad things that happen at now, because we live in such a more dangerous time, get robbed or get shot or get stabbed. I'm in Dallas and it's not safe here in a lot of spots. A lot of people get shot and killed downtown. So I'm spending my New Year's night at home, and I have a blast now for the last 4 or 5 years. I enjoy being away from all that and doing my own thing and being in my warm house, because it's a little cold outside now too. It's going to get down to about 37 degrees. But so I'm making my video on my w-Traxxas 2.0. Got my re-interest back into this. I took the front of the vehicle apart, and you may ask me why I did that. This is a modular setup, which is, some people can appreciate it. Some people probably say it's no big deal. But I took that off because if you'll see in my last video, my whole goal was to set up two ends, one end down here, one in here, go really fast down to one end, turn around, come back, and do an oval and be in control. But in my video, you can see, coming out of the corners, it was cornering fairly decent, but coming out of the corners and getting hard on the throttle, it was snaking. It was doing all this major jazz that was really not fun and didn't look good on video. So what happened is my app, you've got to make this video not too long, you got to have this Bluetooth portion when you buy this 2.0, or I don't know what year they changed this, that they stopped putting actual dials on the back to control all the different parameters just by turning a knob. So they give you these little red digital things here that you got to go into a sub menu that is displayed nowhere. It's not even displayed in the manual, but there is a list of beeps and blinks that go on. And to do all the tasks, it's pointless. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely dumb that they did this. They did this because they wanted to sell you the little Bluetooth piece that goes in here in the back. That's about, I don't know if it was $40 or $45. But yeah, I knew how important that was, and I went ahead and got that. But redoing something with my phone, I reset my app. I went in when it was not even connected to the car, and I had it, and I hit the button, and it reset everything. So I thought I had it maybe tuned kind of correct, months ago, but when I reset it, it screwed up everything. So I went out and drove it in the video that you can see just before this one. It was just a few days ago, and this thing was all over the place. And like I said, shooting a video, I can't just sit there and tinker with the phone app, run the car, tinker with the phone app. It'd be maybe a boring, even more boring video than what I made. I try not to make boring videos, try to make it fun, but I just couldn't do that. So couldn't do that to the people that were watching. But so I took the front off, and my conclusion is maybe what I'm thinking is I need to go 100,000 silicone diff fluid in the front. Initially, I thought that I might go higher in the rear, go 100 in the rear, and maybe go 50 in the front. But I only did it one at a time. You have to take the back of this car off. There's like 50 screws, and it's not that it's complicated. It's just it's labor intensive. And so I had to take all that apart. You take the center diff out. You have to take that apart. And I have 50,000 and 10,000 weight silicone in little bottles over here, Losi bottles. And so I put 50, and I was thinking, man, is that too much? And so I put a little 10 in there. So it's probably closer to 40. And I don't think just from holding the wheels that I got enough. So maybe that's causing this to act more like an open differential. If you don't know the difference between an open differential and a limited slip differential, or now we have electronic limited slip or electronic open diffs that act almost identical to limited slip differential. And then you have the non-slip differentials where both wheels are spinning the same, and that's more on drag cars or straight line cars, because when you get in the corners, your tires are going to bind up. But it's not that big a deal on a smaller RC car. On a full-size car, it would be a major problem, a major burden to have that. But limited slip versus open diff. But I'm not going to school you on that. But so I already put, about 40,000 in the rear, the combination of the 50 and the 10, and I'm not going to go back into that one. So I'm thinking I needed to go to the hobby store today and get 100,000 and put it in the front. And of course, I got to take this whole front apart to get to the inside differential that's right in here, the gears, and then take that apart. So that is what I'm doing over the next couple of days. Also went to the hobby store to try to get some paint for my new body. Here's the new body that I want to paint. This paint scheme, I mocked it up in Photoshop to see what it looked like. Black roof, black hood cowl. Just wanted to maybe get an opinion of people that watch my videos and hear what you have to say. I know I kind of wanted to do red or maybe even better maroon, and I'm going to try to do a metallic or a flake finish on it. So see what you think. Let me know. Body, which you will see that I discussed in just the video right before this one that I'm making right now, and went to go get some paint, and their paint department looks like crap. A lot of their stuff is still sold out from the pandemic, and I hear a lot of people are stealing things from them, and their paint section just looked terrible, and they didn't have a lot of polycarbonate specific paint that goes on our polycarbonate bodies. If you use any other type of paint, you can actually end up damaging your body, and these bodies being $50 to $100, who wants to damage their, plus buy the paint, $20 a can and ruin your body or not get a good paint job? And that goes the same for all these bodies, modern bodies on our RC cars take a specific paint. So I went over there, wasted the trip, didn't get the paint. And then I also too forgot about getting the 100,000 weight diff oil, silicone diff oil, because I was kind of pissed that their paint department looked so crappy back there at the hobby store. But then, just to share with you, after taking this apart, I noticed, and I don't know, open up my light here. The servo, if I'm going to be able to get this close and the camera's going to focus on it, there's my Traxxas servo. And right here, right up on the top, right here in the corner, there was a screw head right there. And the screw head is bigger and overlaps over. And the drive shaft was in the normal operating position, was hitting or rubbing up against that screw head. And it ended up putting, burning or, filing in a circle or an indention in that. So obviously the drive shaft was causing, drag across that bolt head, and that wasn't good. So I took the screw or the bolt out of that, and there's actually 4 of those that are holding that normally together. So I was like, man, the top one should be able to come out and absolutely should not loosen up or cause any flexing of that servo. And I took it out, and again, the servo is rock solid without that top screw, not moving, not any, no vibration, nothing. It's also holding on the receiver. The receiver, little part of the radio system that's in the upper, that's so-called waterproof. It's the combo of the Traxxas product right there. But so now I'm not going to be having the drive shaft drag up on that head. I don't know. It's probably very minimal that drag that was being caused by that, but just peace of mind that it's not rubbing against that. Just thought I'd point that out. Maybe you might have that too on your Traxxas 4.0. Traxxas 2.0 4Tech. That's where I'm getting screwed up. It's really, really close to the ESC and this box here in the servo as the drive shaft, four-wheel drive shaft drives up to the front wheels. But I thought I'd mention that to you. But yeah, I'm going to try to get the paint and paint my new body and do a really cool job on that one. Because of my crash that I had in 3 or 4 videos ago, or actually, 3 or 4 videos ago, and get a new body, but still use my other body because I've repaired it and made it look, about 95% pretty good. And so I was happy about that. But yeah, I'm going to have to take this apart. Maybe I'll touch back with you on pulling all that off when I get the 100,000 weight silicone diff oil and put it in here and see if that helps, man. I just need to have this thing come out of the corners and the servo line up straight ahead and just go straight and not have to have this battle back and forth of trying to line it up. That's stupid. That's terrible tuning on my aspect, or I just don't know why it's doing that, but I'm going to get that worked out. But that's my video. My light's still on. That's my video. That's my New Year's night. When you get older, you have fun being at home, and you don't need as many friends, unfortunately, and life's just different. You'll see if you're in your 20s and 30s, and then when you hit your 50s, how things change. So not a bad thing. I got my pets and my cats right here. I can't believe I say I'm a cat person. I haven't had a cat my whole entire life until probably about 6 months ago. I finally, became a cat person. Men don't own really cats. I've always been a dog person my entire life, having dogs. Even my parents and my sister, growing up, we didn't have any cats. We didn't have no need to have a cat, but this one needed to be adopted as about a month-old cat outside when it was 105 degrees during the hot summer, and he was not doing well. And so, me being an animal lover, I had to take him in. So there's my cat. His name is Tiddy, Tiddy. That's my video, though. Not to take up too much of your time. Thanks for watching. Tune in to see if I can get this thing under control and be able to drive it and be more professional when I drive it. Okay? Have a great New Year's night and a great future New Year's period. All right, bye-bye.